Hi, greetings from IIDL NAPCAM. I am Dr. Piyush Gupta, Secretary of Cancer Aid Society and Secretary of National Association of Palliative Care for Ayush and Integrative Medicine. Dear students, in this presentation we will be covering about music therapy, the interventions in Raga. This presentation has been prepared by my colleague Bhuvneshwari Ramesh. So, first we will be covering musical interventions. The purpose of music therapy, as you know, is as a creative complementary approach to maintain or improve quality of life. Specific goals are support of symptom management, improvement in regulation of emotions and enhancement of communication and spiritual experiences. Music has been found to work in 4 dimensions. The first dimension is social functions such as expression of one's identity or personality, emotional functions such as induction of positive feelings, cognitive or self-related functions such as escapism, arousal related functions such as calming down or passing time. Music therapy interventions are broadly categorized as active interventions and receptive interventions. In general, all forms of music therapy interventions use the power of tunes and sound waves to penetrate the human mind and help it attain a peaceful state. Whether a person is creating music, playing it or listening to it, the instant emotions that the process evokes help bring about the positive shift in focus. Active music interventions are the ones where clients and therapists are equally involved in the therapeutic process. Activities such as dancing, group singing, solo performances or musical games are ideal examples of active interventions of music therapy. The interventions involved in the ancient Greek civilization, it leaves traces of how they incorporated music into their lives and believe that it is the only way to restore the peace of mind and body. Musings of Plato, Pythagoras have several indications of how the Greeks tried to support each other through music and encouraged music education and awareness in their communities. Role of music therapy in intervention. Quality of life in physical, psychological, social and spiritual dimensions, moods and relationships, immediate relief from pain, perceived benefits of alleviating anxiety and worries, bringing in peace of mind and comfort, psychological responses like feeling supportive, confident, happy and being relaxed brings in a sense of control in the patients and helps to perceive the pain to be less or no pain. Active intervention on moods and relationships. Receptive intervention, again this is another example of receptive intervention. In part 2, we are covering about Raga of Indian classical music, the healing therapy of India. What is Raga? A Raga also or Rangam or Rag is a melodic framework for improvisation in Indian classical music akin to melodic mode. Raga is central to classical Indian music and a unique feature of the tradition. No equivalent in Western classical music. Each Raga concept consists of an array of melodic structures with musical motifs, and from the perspective of the Indian tradition, the resulting music has the ability to color the mind as it engages the emotions of the audiences. History and significance. The original ragas of the Indian classical music, Shastric music, are created according to the deep knowledge of harmonious consonance between the 7 swaras and chakras. This is why Shastric musical compositions are found to have significant positive effect on the mind-body system and also have the potential to awaken the otherwise dormant faculties. There are several historical examples of immense remedial power of Shastric ragas. Now, here we can see the 7 swars and chakras and correlate. From down upwards, Sa relates to Mooladhara chakra, Re to Swadhisthana, Ga to Manipuraka, Ma to Anahata, Pa to Vishuddhi, Dha to Ajna and Ni to Sahasrara. What is the history and significance? In 1933, when the Italian dictator Mussolini was terribly suffering from insomnia, no medicine or therapeutic mode could help him get sleep. Pandit Omkarnath Thakur, a great Shastric musician, was visiting Europe around that time. When he heard about Mussolini's affliction, he agreed to perform remedial musical program to allay the latter's sufferings. His performance of the Raga Puria indeed worked magically, and Mussolini went into deep sleep within half an hour. This and similar incidents attracted the attention of many contemporary musicians, scientists and physicians, and triggered research in music therapy. Raga, along with performance arts such as dance and music, has been historically integral to Hinduism, with some Hindus believing that music is itself a spiritual pursuit and a means to moksha or liberation. Ragas in the Hindu tradition are believed to have a natural existence. Artists do not invent them, they only discover them. Music appeals to human beings according to Hinduism because they are hidden harmonies of ultimate creation. Some of its ancient texts, such as the Samaveda, which ranges beyond 1000 BCE, are structured entirely to melodic themes. It is sections of Rigveda set to music. The ragas were envisioned by the Hindus as manifestation of the divine, a musical note treated as god or goddesses with complex personality. During the Bhakti movement of Hinduism, dated to about middle of first millennium CE, raga became an integral part of musical pursuit of spirituality. Bhajan and Kirtan were composed and performed by the early South India pioneers. A bhajan has a free form devotional composition based on melodic ragas. A kirtan is a more structured team performance, typically with a call and response musical structure, similar to an intimate conversation. It includes two or more musical instruments and incorporates various ragas such as those associated with Hindu gods Shiva, Bhairav or Krishna in Dola. So, bhajan and kirtan, we can see a photograph of that. The tradition of incorporating raga into spiritual music is also found in Jainism and in Sikhism, an Indian religion founded by Guru Nanak in the northwest of Indian subcontinent. During the Islamic period of Indian subcontinent, particularly in and after the 15th century, the mystical Islamic tradition of Sufism developed devotional songs and music called Qawwali. It incorporated elements of raga and tala. The Buddha discouraged music aimed at entertainment to monks for higher spiritual attainment, but encouraged chanting of sacred hymns. There are two main classical music traditions, Hindustani, North Indian, and Carnatic, South Indian, and the concept of raga is shared by both. Raga are also found in Sikh traditions such as Guru Granth Sahib, the primary scripture of Sikhism. Similarly, it is part of the Qawwali tradition of the Sufi Islamic communities of South Asia. Some popular Indian film songs and ghazals use ragas in their composition. So, this is an example of classical music. So, I will be going through the Carnatic ragas and the benefits. I hear Bhairav, it gives free relaxed feeling and mitigates dust allergies and skin disease, good for arthritic conditions. Amrutava Varshini Usthana Vyathi Nasini alleviates the diseases related to heat. Anand Bhairavi suppresses stomach pain in both men and women, reduces kidney type problems, controls blood pressure. Bhageshri helps in attaining Guru's grace. Bhairavi reduces anxiety, pressures, skin disease, allergies. Bhupala to awaken someone out of deep sleep. Charukesi Bhaja Shanti Rastu Pushtirastu. 26th raga in the Melakarta scale, parent of the South Indian classical music, rejuvenates the mind, helping one to age gracefully. It enlivens the singer as well as listeners. Desh, the suppression of senses, relaxes a negative force. The process of sublimation needs a spiritual path. Ragdesh can provide that. Its synergy gives the listener serenity, peace, inner joy, right valor, universal love and patriotism. Dvijavanti quells paralysis and disorders of the mind. Ganamurti helps in diabetes. Hansadwani, energy giving, provides good thinking. Chaitanya, Sarva Roga Dharini, Panacea. Hemavati Bhajan, Sambhu Samba, good for joint and back pain. Kindolam improves digestive powers, cures stomach related diseases. Kalyani Bhajan, Jai Jai Ganapati, gives energy and removes tension and acts as a general tonic, dispels the darkness of fear, gives motherly comfort and increases confidence. Kalyani means Mangalam. Recited with faith and devotion, it is believed to clinch marriage alliances. Many authentic reports exist about the Raga's power to destroy fear in many forms. Fear of poverty, of love, of power, of ill health, of death, and so on. Kapi, the 6 patients get out their depression, anxiety, reduces absent-mindedness. Karahara Priya, curative for heart disease and nervous irritability, neurosis, worry and distress. Kedaram gives energy and removes tension. Kirwani promotes dhyana, meditation at mental and physical levels. Kokilam helps to prevent stone formation, burning sensation, sleeplessness and anxiety. Madhuvarshini is good for nerves, cures diseases like slight headache, sleeplessness and sinus problems. Madhyamavati clears paralysis, giddiness, pain in legs, hands, etc. and nervous complaints. Malaya Marutha to awaken someone out of the deep sleep. Maya Malava Gaula counters pollution. It can be called the gateway to Carnatic music. The history of Carnatic music says that the blessed musician Purandara Dasar introduced the system of Maya Malava Gauda. This raga has the power to neutralize toxins in the body. Practicing it in the early hours of the morning in the midst of nature will enhance the strength of vocal cords. So, this is bhajan in asal. And Mohana bhajan, Isha Pathisha. Mohana is present when beauty and love coexist. It filters out the ill effects of kama, desire for sex, krodha, anger and moha, lust, bestowing immense benefits on the listener. Also set to shows chronic headaches, indigestion and depression. Nilambari is to get rid of insomnia. Ranjani cures kidney disease. Rathi Pathipriya adds strength and vigor to the happy wedded life. This 5-swara raga has the power to eliminate poverty. The prayoga of the swaras can wipe off vibrations of bitter feelings emitted by ill will. Rohini cures back pain, joint pain, etc. Sama makes mind sober, tranquil, induces good sleep, good for world peace. Saramati Bhajan, concert in Berlin, elevates from depressed state, cures balagraha dosham in children, undiagnosed crying and irritability for sleeplessness, itching, eye and ear problems, skin problems and problems of the hearing, irregular sounds. Sindhu Bhairavi removes sins and sorrows and saves from unforeseen events. Shivaranjani, powerful raga for meditation, bestows benevolence of God, removes sadness. Ushana Roga Saniti, disease related to excess heat, good for general health. Sandhya Kalyani cures ears, nose and eye diseases, relieves chronic clots, gives good sleep and freshness. Sankara Bhadranam, the power of this raga is incredible. It cures mental illness, soothes the turbulent mind and restores peace and harmony. If rendered with total devotion for a stipulated period, it can cure mental disorders said to be beyond the scope of medical treatment. It also is said to have the power to shower wealth. Shanmuga Priya sharpens the intellect of the singer as well as the listener, instills courage in one's mind and replenishes the energy in the body. Subha Pantu Varali alleviates mental dilemmas and indecisiveness. Suddha Dhyanasi, removers of sorrow, gives a happy feeling, tonic for nerves, cures rhinitis and migraine. Suruti mitigates stomach burn, insomnia, fear and disgust. Vakulabha Ranam alleviates asthma, bronchitis, heart disease, depression, skin disease and skin allergy. Varali Bhajan, Nakam Vinayakam Varali is good for Vayu Tattva, heart, skin ailments and gastric problems. Vasanta, Vasanti controls high and low blood pressure, cures heart as well as nervous diseases, can clear the fog of confusion when a series of medical tests has to be analyzed. It heals nervous breakdowns too. Vasantam cures paralysis. Vishwambari is general tonic and it acts quickly. Yamna Kalyani gives freshness and dynamism. Now, what is the role of music therapies? His presence with compassion, love and empathy. Identify ways or methods by which he or she can connect with the patient musically. Identifies the patient's need, personal strengths and weaknesses, supports the patient's need in music. So, here we can see a music therapist with the patient. What are the methods of music therapy? Improvisation, express emotions, communicate non-verbally. Singing together builds reality orientation. Playing of musical instruments allows free flow of emotions. Receptive listening experiences regulates emotions, soothes the client psychologically, physically and spiritually, helps with pain management. Composing and lyric discussion, expressing and understanding their fears. Here we can see the photographs of recipe music. Here is a photograph of health club, singing together, expressing the emotions. Thank you.